Yeah. Mhm. All right. Hey, everybody. I know I haven't been live a while. April was just a really doozy of a month. So, we're going to do a collective reading first. Then, after the collective reading, we're going to just do personal. All right. So, honestly, I feel like what's going on with the divine masculine as like a collective reading. Let's go do that. So what's going on with the divine masculines? Alright, that card wants to pull out. Alright. So we have the Two of Pentacles with the star here. Alright, so these divine masculines, doesn't matter what gender, we have both within us anyways, but these divine masculines are like juggling shit. Like whenever you got juggling shit, I mean like not people. I don't feel like it's people. I just feel like between the old them and the new them. So they're juggling old ways with the new ways, trying to like some even trying to integrate both with the star here is also like have some hope that they are rising up. So I feel like by like midsummer to like end of summer, so probably like late June, July, end of summer, going to like fall, we're gonna start seeing a new batch of divine masculines come in, and they're just gonna be totally different. Like it's gonna be a different dating pool. Is what I'm getting. They're not gonna be seeing what we used to have. Let's see, yes. Look, the seven of swords. Right now, the divine masculines, they're just all over the place. Definitely all over the place. I Mystic. So they're definitely all over the place, and I'm just feel like a lot of them are just being really sneaky. The old ones, at least. I feel like they're just trying to figure life out, but doing it in a way that's not really authentically themselves. And it's giving really stinking energy, but I don't feel like that's gonna last very long within the collective divine masculines. I feel like it's gonna be this last like May is gonna be the last period of all this like fuckery that's been going on with them. And then we're gonna start seeing a lot of divine masculines step up, being providers, being, masculine, like leaders and shit. I do. Right now I'm just doing collective. But once I finish this, I will take questions. See, look, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands talks about new beginnings. There's definitely be new beginning, new passion, new beginning. I'm getting like something that they're finally gonna derive. So it's not like no more male podcast. Thank fucking God. But I feel like it's gonna be a new, more adventurous, like healthy new beginning. Yeah, look. Page of Wands. Page of Wands is just somebody who's like approached life in like immature way, but mature way at the same time. It's more like fun. And you also have like the Ten of Pentacles here. So it's definitely a lot want to come in, settle down, um, be financially stable. I don't know if some of you keep hearing soft girl, so like maybe around all this divine feminines are going into the soft girl era, and then divine masculine is just entering and just like here, just go do whatever you want. Yeah, look, Queen of Cups, divine feminine reaching into the soft girl era, the nurturing. There's actually being on the receiver end instead of us being in our masculine energy a lot. Finances and career. That's going to be a lot of shifts that happen with that. Uh, Especially with the divine feminine. I feel like a lot are just leaving the 9 to 5, like just being more boss like it's I'm not working for nobody else, like that type of energy. Let's see. Yes. So this new batch of divine masculine, yes, is worth waiting for. It's what I'm getting. So, um, like I said, we're gonna get some new energy into this dating pool. So about time because the last energy in the dating pools has been very very bad. So we have separation, reconciliation, and very soon. So what those cards are telling me is that the divine masculines that are not single, that they are like in a, I would say, toxic low vibrational relationship, they're ending those. They're Some might even come back to you and just try to like reconcile because they know they fumbled you. And at the end of the day, it's up to you whether or not you want to do that. But all this has happened very soon. I've like from now, because we are the first day of May, from now to like mid June, we'll start seeing a different group of divine masculines come in. And then from then, a lot of people are gonna be in like relationships. Not just like regular degular relationships, like divine union relationships. And that's gonna be amazing. But that's what I have. What's really going on with the divine masculine? So they're getting ready to throw in a new batch that's ready to lead, be providers, and just do what they gotta do. Right. So now I'm gonna take personal questions. So if you guys want personal questions, put it in the comment section. I know you Mystic wanted a question, right? Yes, okay. All right. You're welcome. All right. Ancestors, Mr. Bond says she hasn't heard from her man about almost a week ago. First of all, that's unexcusable behavior. Like after arguing, we haven't spoken in a week. I'm surprised you haven't crashed out yet. Cause me, honestly, truthfully, I'm like, oh, so now we're single. Now we're single because I give you a day or two, but almost a week. You're bugging. You're bugging. So she wants to know what's going on with her man that hasn't spoken to her in like almost a week. I just feel like he's being stubborn. Because look, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands came upright, right? And look, the Queen of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. So whatever. Okay. So to you, the argument may feel small, right? It could be over like in your mind something stupid. To him, it's like for some reason it hits something in his ego. So it could be something that's very alright, yeah. So it could be something as very much as like, can you plan a date or like buy me flowers? In his mind, it's something like, why she's coming after my ego? Yeah, it's very ego driven. Pride. Um, he's not used to having people care. So you trying to understand his situation, it's very much a very mismatched communication that's going on. Like he could be taking your understanding as thinking he's lying about his health issues or just not being compassionate enough. Because sometimes when people ask questions and out of understanding, sometimes it can sound like accusatory. So it could be like, but how did you get this? Like, how did this happen? And again, from ego, it could be very defensive and stuff like that. But let's see what else. What else? What else is going on? Yeah. Look, Three of Swords. Yes. I think it has to do with lack of trust. I feel like it has to do with a lack of trust in a way. And I'm not saying he doesn't trust you. I don't feel like that. I just feel like when he's questioned in that way where people try to understand, again, it comes from him and his mind, his ego, his trigger wounds. It's more so from an accusatory standpoint. So it's like, why are they asking that many questions when I just told them, hey, I have XYZ? I feel like on your end, it's it's hitting you more on your end because you really didn't do nothing. Like honestly, truthfully, if you did do something wrong, I will tell you you did something wrong. I'm just that type of person. But you really didn't do nothing. Or you just ask questions trying to get a better understanding and you're trying to wrap your brain around it. That's why the Three of Swords came out because you kind of like low key heartbroken about this because they're not communicating. He just shut down completely. He just completely shut down. Yeah, look. King of King of Swords in reverse. Like so on a normal day when you guys aren't arguing and everything's good, he's the King of Wands. He knows what he wants. He comes off very confident, very secure. But when he doesn't know how to react to certain um arguments or behaviors and it kind of trigger him, he turns into the King of Swords in reverse. So the King of Swords in reverse is very not communicative. They are very petty. So this could be also him being petty. Like if I like it's something like if she didn't let me talk now, I'm not gonna talk in a minute. Like something like that. So it's given very petty. It's out of anger. I feel like he is gonna realize he messed up eventually, but for some reason he's taking a very long time to cool down from this particular argument. Yeah, it's something that triggered him. It was something that triggered from, I think, I would say from childhood, the least childhood. Let's see what else. Two swords. Okay, so we have the two of swords, uh, the knight of cups, and a hierophant. Right. So, all right. So what I'm getting is he knows he fucked up. He knows he fucked up. He knows that uh, this lack of communication is really putting you in a headspace where you're looking at him like, if this was that big of like, if that little argument was like that, and then imagine us having a big argument, like, are you gonna pack your bags and just walk out? Like that type of headspace you in. So that's where you're getting the two of swords from with the knight of cups. So it's like, do I cut my losses now or not? But I also feel like he wants you to reach out though. And like I'm saying, I'm getting it's something to do with his pride, his ego. It's not gonna let him reach out. So this is why it's the silence is going on for so long. Because he wants you to reach out. He wants you to. What I'm saying, what I'm getting is like lessen the blow. So I guess it's more so as if he were to reach out first, it would be a sign of him caving first. But if you would do it, it will be something like normal in vain. Yeah. But I don't know. Something about your tone. I don't know what his assistant. Okay. So now I understand why the Hierophant's here. Honestly, I do feel like somebody's gonna walk away though. I feel like it's more so you than him because of the two of swords, the knight of cups, and the Hierophant. It's like I'm not. It's not giving the grass is greener on the other side type of thing, but it's more so like if this is like I said before, like this happened now and in the future, like do I want to be with somebody like that or do I want somebody who's more all right, I took a day to calm down. Let's figure this out. Yeah, okay. So we have the devil, right? So two things I'm getting. One, he has like toxic traits on how he deals with things emotionally, um, in relationships like that. So he would just shut down. But I also feel like I don't want to say it like this, but I'm just gonna say it. Like his assistant, because she's take care of his health, she's gonna always look out his health first. So she could also probably delay communications in a way that it's like benefit for him, yes, but it's also harmful to the connection. Yeah. Yeah, so definitely she's definitely the one doing what I'm saying. Like, yeah, she's making the decision where it's like, oh, you're it's not right in your healthy way to just talk and argue it or whatever. So she's doing looking at things for his health perspective, but at the same time, it's kind of damaging you guys' um connection. King of Pentacles. I mean, I feel like he's good to talk now and have the conversation. I just feel like she's choosing not to do that because King of Pentacles came up with somebody who's like stable. Yeah, occupation. So we have occupation, sun and wealth, gift, and adjudication. So I don't feel like this is for. I feel like this is more for you. Um, the situation is gonna work itself out. I feel like at work because occupation, sudden wealth, adjudication, and gift. I don't know if you were treated wrong at work or accused of something at work, but something with work is gonna, or you have been recognized like that, but something at work is gonna happen. It's gonna shift in your favor, and it's gonna give you more money. But I do feel like with the whole situation with uh, your man, I feel like it's gonna come down to it's gonna come down to do you want to basically give it another week and see if he reaches out and hopefully salvage things, or you're gonna have to come to the conclusion of like I can't deal with this because it's not gonna work itself out, especially having a third party, which is somebody who is most likely in his ear telling him, hey, you know, it's not gonna work out because you're not healthy enough and it's gonna stress you out more and stuff like that. So I feel like you're gonna have to come to a choice. I feel like it's gonna be in a week though. This decision's gonna have it's gonna happen. All right. No, Raya said she wanted to read it. You're welcome. Is Raya still here? Just shuffle. You're welcome, Elizabeth. I always do lives on Thursdays at 8. So you can like, share, and subscribe. put the notification on. All right. Taking questions. If you have any questions. So, how was everybody's week? My week has been. I don't even know what day it is. The only reason I know what day it is because of my phone. That's it. That's it. Also, it's the first of the month. Yay! Actually, it's really good to do the cinnamon thing right now because one, if you blow cinnamon through your front door, you're bringing in more revenue or money. Two, it's on Thursday, which is Jupiter Day, which has to deal with finances, and it's the first of the month. Like, go ahead and get your coins. Go ahead and get your coins. No, but I know the I'm not that good at astrology. I know the basics, but not like the whole transit thing and stuff. But I know that from the astrology girls, they said March was gonna be like a little chaotic, but I feel like they lied about April because April was very chaotic, energetically wise. Like especially the last 2 weeks of April, cause crazy. I was out here like, bro, I can't do it. I was like, when is this crazy energy is gonna go? And then I was like, oh wait, it's May 1st. Okay, so it's been like a little lazy day today. Uh, did have a good birthday 2 weeks ago. Birthday was really good. I don't know. See my nails. You guys can see it. But yes, your question. Because you've been slacking, Raya. But it was good. I had a good brunch for my birthday. Uh, thank you. Thank you. I want this one or that one. Let's go with this one. All right. Raya said she wants to know will her daughter get accepted to high school that we talked about. All right, ancestors. Well, Raya's daughter get accepted into the high school we talked about. Hmm. So we have 501s and and Page of Cups. 501s and Page of Cups. So what I'm getting with the 501s and Page of Cups is that it's gonna be a fight. I feel like there's fighting among the administration. Um, because the Page of Cups talks about like a like or you know some type of emotional connection, right? So some of them are fighting for your daughter's spot because they like your daughter, they like her videos, her essay, and everything like that. But the other half is like, no, like it's very much back and forth in the administration team. Let's see what else. Okay. So the Hermit in reverse came out. I feel like you're gonna start seeing a lot of like signs and stuff. Cause before it was like you were in like kind of purgatory. It's Kind of like you being in purgatory. Yeah, look. So the hermit in reverse is given more like not only purgatory, it's like upright, you're more isolated, you didn't know what's going on, stuff like that. But now in reverse is like you want to find things out. Like again, um, you want to email them, right? But okay, well then the other cards that came out was the Ace of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords. So I feel like if you were to email them, it would kind of be like move things along, at least give you some type of idea like where the stance is at. Yeah. But I feel like with Ace of Pentacles and Knight of Swords, I feel like you would definitely get your answer. And I feel like she will like it will move things along for her to get accepted or not. Yeah, look. Look, we have Five of Swords, which is the mental anguish that you the mental anguish that you're going through, like not knowing, not understanding, not knowing where she stands and stuff like that. And then the shadow side, which is like the devil card, came out, and then with the justice. Um, So I do feel like you also have to let go of some type of fear with the Five of Swords and the shadow side card. So you have to let go of some fears. Like everything's gonna be worked out, corrected because we have the Justice card here. So everything's gonna. I feel like I said everything's gonna work out in your favor. You just gotta have some type of faith and belief. Pencils energy towards some daughter. So you have the Tower. It's kind of so the energy is kind of like I wouldn't necessarily say it towards your daughter, but like overall around the principal is kind of chaotic with the tower. Like I said, there's a lot of things going on with this administration that they want to keep it on a hush hush. But look, the Three of Wands waiting for your gifts to come in, and then we have the Star and the High Priest, which is the Hierophant. And this is telling me that, just have hope, have faith that she's gonna get in. I feel like, honestly, truthfully, I would email the principal just to see what's going on. Yeah, look, we have a journey, so it's gonna definitely be a journey. Uh, I don't know, mid June, mid July, so she might find out then. I don't know how long these schools take, or even if it's possible, because school starts what, end of August. Yeah, look. House stability. Yeah. You have a message of concern. So I feel like when you do decide to reach out to the what do you call that? Principal to figure out what's going on. I feel like that when you do, the energy is gonna be stable. Just go with your intuition on when to reach out, because with the message of concerns, you are gonna get a message back, and I feel like it's gonna be fast. Yeah, look, adjudication against the what card is it? The justice card. So yeah, again, everything's working out in your favor. I do feel like I said, I do feel like there's some things behind the scenes that's going on. So what could be happening is, um, how can I put it? What's happening? So basically, what I feel like is happening with the administration, a lot of people got their friends' kids in. Like, if you know, like they pretty much, there's some nepotism thing. And that's funny how I was about to say it and my tongue came out. That's crazy. I forgot what. Oh, like I was saying, like it was on some nepotism stuff. Like kids that weren't supposed to get in got in because of who was working on administration, like who their connection was, and stuff like that. That's what's going on with the administration. And I find it funny how when I was trying to tell you that my tongue piece came out, and that's funny. So that's what the conflict is going on right now. I feel like with the administration. You know I'm nosy. I heard him fighting out the window. I was like, let me see if I can see. But yeah, like that's what's going on. I do feel like she's gonna get in like mid July, so after probably after 4th of July, you might actually have a definitive answer. I'm fucking weak. I'm getting like some weird shit's going on. May is about to be a really good month. Hello. But yeah, I do feel like May is about to be a really good month. It's given. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but May's giving very soft, soft month. Like, I mean, people still gonna have like their issues, but I feel like as a collective for the feminine, we're just gonna be very, very soft. Um, I mean, today is the first, so they said it's really good to manifest on the first, whether it's money, whatever you want. And it's on Thursday, which is Jupiter's day, which talks about expansion, helps brings things towards you and stuff like that. All right, so Joe. All right, you're welcome. Joe wants next for me in love. Okay, so Joe wants to know what's next for her in love. So we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. What I'm getting is like you're not gonna have no more like type of relationships um that have you feel like you're still lonely. Like meaning what mean by that, I mean like you won't be in a relationship that you feel like you're alone, pretty much. And that's ending because that's ending for you because in reverse it's ending, that's coming to a close. Like I feel like the last few weeks, probably even April itself, was more of a haha moment when it comes to love. Like you're starting to realize like you don't want certain things. Like I'm not saying that your bar was in hell. It was never in hell. It's just that you settled and you're not doing that no more. You're not settling no more. Is what I'm getting. Let's see. Let's see what else. Yeah, look. Five of Wands conflict. I feel like there's issues around you, but not that's not yours. Like for instance, like you're because what they're showing me is like somebody in the middle of a battlefield and everybody around them is fighting, but you're just like walking around with ease. If that makes so, basically um you're literally in the middle of a battlefield, but you're not being touched. So everybody around you is fighting. So you may be seeing uh relationships and friendship and divorce, people who thought it was gonna last for a long time, not lasting. And that's pretty much the universe's way of telling you like the old behaviors, the old thoughts, the old way of looking at love is crumbling. So again, people that you may have thought lasted for a very long time are constantly fighting, about to have a upcoming divorce or stuff like that. And it's like, damn, like really thought they were the ones, but it's not. And it has nothing to really do with you per se. It's just the universe letting you know, like, again, the way you view relationships, the way you see them relationships, the old programming of relationships, it's crumbling before your eyes. So we have the Five of Swords. I had to look at it because we have literally 555, and five is the number of change. So you're definitely going through a big monumental change right here, whether you feel it or not. Like I do feel like you feel like there's something going on, but you just can't put your finger on it, right? So now the Five of Swords, you're having like a little bit of doubt. Like you're trying to figure out, is love for me? Is love coming for me? Am I capable of love? Am I worthy of love? And stuff like that. So that's more of a, again, mental thought. The old you trying to, the new you trying to shed the old you views. Again, 555, Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Five of Swords. Let's see what else. Okay. Eight of Swords. Excuse me, I had a burp. Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords is the card of being stuck, but what a lot of people don't talk about is the card of actually being stuck in illusion of being stuck. Because if you look at it, she could walk out. She's not surrounded by swords. She has a total empty gape here. Even her blinder has a little spot where she could see. It's just the idea of being stuck, like you're stuck. So you feeling all these like negative emotions, especially towards love, it's just an illusion. And the idea of being stuck, the idea of being not lovable, not cared for, and stuff like that. It's just an idea. It's it's your ego and fear talking at the same time. So ego likes to control things, fears like to control things, and put them together. They're best friends, literally best friends. So when you feel like you're operating from a place of lack when it comes to like love, or you feel like you're stuck, that's just let your ego not letting you move forward. It's trying to keep you stuck to protect you in a way. So let's see what else. What's coming to love when it comes to Joe? What's coming to love? Yeah. So you have the Knight of Cups. So you definitely do have love coming towards you. I don't feel like it's in a traditional sense. I don't feel like it's I don't feel like it's something like on a grand scheme or nothing like. I just feel like it's gonna be one of those things where you guys could probably bump into each other in the supermarket and be like, oh yeah, like it clicks now. You're my person. So it's not gonna be like in the movies how everything transpires when you meet your person. It's not gonna be like that. Some people it will be, but for you it's not because I don't feel like that's who you are personally because it kind of makes you question when something is a little too good. It's like, so what's wrong with you? When's the other shoe gonna drop? Are you like, do you have issues? Like stuff like that. So it's gonna come to you like in the most mundane way. Queen of Swords, that's you. I feel like by mid May, you're gonna start learning how to uh not give people the benefit of doubt, especially in relationships. So you're gonna be able to operate from a place of emotional need, but you're gonna know how to control that because the Queen of Swords is highly intelligent and very emotional, but she can hide her emotions very well. And you're gonna be able to cut through people's bullshit and issues and stuff like that. What's coming? We have the Magician. The Magician talks about manifesting. Like I said, it is the first of the month. So it's really good to start manifesting. And it's on a Thursday, Jupiter's day. So if you want to manifest love coming in, I would never tell you to do love spells because I do not condone love spells. I condone manifestations because manifestation is easier. And I say, well, it's not easy because manifesting anything is not easy, but I say it's easier in a sense because doing a love spell could go from 0 to 1,000 real quick. Whereas manifestations, you could call something in, and if you don't align, you don't align. You don't have to worry about the person going psycho on you because they're not stuck to you from a spell. They're you just simply manifested them, and you could just unmanifest them. Like so, manifest your person. Like I have. Where's my book is over there? So I have a book. It's my little manifestation journal. I've been using it since 2023. And um every new year, both January 1st and the astrological new year, I write manifestations in there. So you can write your manifestation of what you want in a man, the life you want with them, how you want them to treat you, the attributes, the personality. Be very, very detailed. And some of you probably gonna be like, well, the person I want don't exist. You don't know that. You definitely don't know that. So manifest the person you want because they definitely do exist. I believe there's someone for everyone out there. So you're gonna have to start manifesting, Joe. If you want your person, manifest it. Yes, the readings is free. Let's see what else. What else is coming towards Joe when it comes to love? So we have seven of swords. Yeah, seven of swords, seven of wands. Excuse me. Yeah, you're gonna be a little on the defense. Oh, you're gonna be a little bit on the defense about it. Because, like I said, when you kind of question things when things are very um good, too good to be true. Damn it. Hold on. I didn't want to get up. Do I have anything? No, I don't. Hold on. 'Cause I don't want to knock all this over. Because I drop art. Alright. So the card that went flying was healing and family issues. So this love that's coming towards you, Joe, is definitely healing. They're gonna heal something in you. I feel like it's gonna also heal a generational curse when it comes to the women in your family. Um, about settling, like not settling, not just knowing your worth. Like that's what's gonna heal. Let's see what else. We also have children. So spirit babies are gonna be stitching all this together. So they want to come through. They want to be born. I'm telling you, like by mid to late 2026 until 2027, we're gonna find out so many people having kids. Like by the end of this year, you're gonna find out so many people pregnant, and then find out they're giving birth in 2026 next year. So spirit babies want to be born. So you probably have a spirit baby around you. Probably another one. You have kids now. Probably have another one around you. That's just making this work. Uh, you and this person have a past life connection. So it's like more so picking up from where you guys left off in the past life. I want to get from here. So we have a message of concern. Sudden wealth. And stability. So message of concern, sudden wealth, and house, which is stability. To me, what I'm getting is that when this person comes in, I feel like they're gonna come in very soon, probably like June. When this person comes in, they're gonna want to have deep conversations with you, like heart to heart conversations. But the way they're gonna do it's gonna sound very like, oh my god, like concerning, right? It's gonna sound concerning. But this person is gonna help you bring in more money. I'm a very big believer that people who you connect with could block, energetically wise, block money. Excuse me. So I feel like this person is gonna bring more money towards you, and I feel like even happiness. I really don't feel like you have that long to wait. They just got to deal with how the universe and spiritual team wants this to play out. But I do feel like it's very, very soon. Um, I know Unathi was next, and then Teachy. Yes, pretty much just do you. Like I said, you're gonna be. This person's gonna come in when you least suspect it. It's not gonna be like no movie type things. You're just gonna be doing things like a regular day. I think Unathi was next. I hope I said the name correctly. Just let me know you're in here, and if not, then we go to Tea Tree. Okay, you say you want to know about career. Let me just shuffle. You're welcome. You're welcome, Joe. Shuffle. No, he wants to know about. Thank you, Joe. I do lives every Thursday. Or I try to at least. If my energy is up for it. And nothing happened. But alright. You know if he wants to know about career, right? Let me scroll up a little bit. Alright. You want to know about the career you choose? What does you know needs to know about career? Alright. So the career you chose, you have the nine of swords. Right? You have the nine of swords. It's gonna be a little bit stressful. You're gonna be stressed out a little bit, but I'm also getting it's gonna be very, very fulfilling because look, we have the Ten of Cups. Like, yeah, it's gonna stress you out, but it's something that you actually want to do. Like, it's literally your calling. Then we have the Hangman, right? Um, I feel like in this profession, you're gonna have to start thinking outside the box. I want to say like something like doctor, lab scientist, something where you have to wear like a white lab coat or something like that. Like I don't know, they give me like white lab coat. I don't know why white lab coat. So you'd be like doctor, but I'm getting like more so like scientist type thing. Could be a researcher, but it's fulfilling. It's very, very, very emotionally fulfilling. Let's see what else. Uh, Currently doing accounting. Are you trying to get your like doctorate to something? Because I know there could be something with accounting, doctorate accounting. Because when I took accounting too, I think I had a professor that was like a doctor. But we have the moon reverse. Yeah. Hmm. So the moon reverse is what I'm getting. You kind of wish that there wasn't like it kind of feels like your job has secrets. Like there's a lot of secrets in a sense. Like okay. Like not secrets among the co-workers and colleagues, not like that, but secrets among like how to do things like you could do this way fast, but they rather you take the long way. Like something like that. Like something's gonna be revealed that like it's a faster way of doing something. But you have, like I said, then what is this? One, two, three, four, five, six. So this is the Nine of Cups. The job is very fulfilling, very emotionally fulfilling. So you enjoy it because you're really good with numbers. You enjoy it. Um, I'm also getting something like with fraud investigation. So you could do like the fraud investigation with the accounting, like forensic accounting. I have a degree in forensic accounting, so that's not the word I was looking for. But yeah, fraud, like something like that. Let's see what else. An order. Yeah, like so I know it was like fraud or something. And auditors, accounting auditors, I don't play. I don't play. We have the Six of Wands. So you're very good. You're gonna be extremely successful in your career. I also have the Star in reverse. Um, so the Star in reverse is sometimes because you're gonna have cases that auditor. They're gonna give you cases, companies, and XYZ, right? So you're gonna have cases where you're gonna lose hope, meaning you can't figure out how to solve it. You can't figure out where the money's going to, where is it coming from, and you're gonna lose hope for it. And it's gonna be in a point in the career where you're, like I said, extremely successful. You're gonna be at the peak of your career, and then you're gonna be like, I would say plateau, but you're not plateauing. You're just learning how to look at things differently, right? So you're gonna be like, oh, I can't figure this case out. But then as you talk to somebody, it's gonna be somebody close. Um, it's gonna be a female, whether it's like a sister, cousin. It's a very close female, so it's somebody that's really close that you're gonna talk to them, and they're gonna say something that's gonna click, and that's when you're gonna figure out, oh, okay, I can flip this over. So even though the Star in reverse is like when somebody loses hope, you're still gonna have high hopes. It's just for that one particular case, it's gonna make you want to quit. But don't do it. It's just look for somebody else's perspective. All right. So we have the Chariot in reverse. So a lot of this is not gonna happen as fast. Like so basically if you have a timeline on how you want to climb and be promoted and within your company or within your career, don't hold so tight to it because it's gonna change. It's definitely gonna change. Because we have like the Two of Wands talks about having making decisions. So each decision is going to change and shift your path within your career. but it's still gonna be fulfilling. So don't think of it's gonna be like not fulfilling out. It's gonna be extremely fulfilling. And then we have the sun. The sun is the happiest card in the deck, and honestly, truthfully, you're gonna be extremely happy in your career in the field that you chose. Um, you could be a you could get to the point of being a CFO or was it? I would not say a CEO, but like close to that, CFO, Chief Financial Officer, like that. After you start a couple years into auditor, I do feel like you're gonna have people around you that are gonna try to sabotage you a little bit. So be aware of that. So make sure you document, write everything down, keep a very strict log of the things that you work on. Let's see what else. Yeah, look, forced person, yo. There's people around you that aren't gonna be happy that you're surpassing them. So make work friends, but don't make work friends. Like if your intuition tells you that this person is off, believe that. So they don't put you into nothing crazy. So we have child here. It talks about new beginning. So this is definitely a new beginning. And if you 8 plus 1 equals 9, 9 the wishful card. The wish nine is a number of completion. I say wishful card. I'm thinking of tarot. 9 is the wishful card. So yeah, you're definitely on the right path. So concerns, which is whether or not you like it, the path or not, but you definitely are gonna like the path, and you are gonna get very very far. Just be aware of people trying to sabotage you, and I feel like you'll do good. You definitely do good. All right. Anybody next? Anybody else next? You're welcome. Shuffle these. Oral. All right. Shuffle these. Um, shift my foot. All right. Tea Tree wants to know, will it will I meet Aura again? How will it be? All right. Tea Tree wants to know, will they meet Aura again, and how will it be? So we have the wheel. What is it called? The wheel of the year. So it's the wheel of fortune. Um, honestly, I don't feel like you and Aura, if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, are gonna cross paths again. It was like it's more so of hi Fatima. It's more so of a. It was supposed to be. It's one of those things where they say someone's here for a blessing, not a season, or blessings. They're here for a blessing, not a lesson. I don't know, something like that. But they were just here to show you something, right? So the Wheel of Fortune is pretty much is something that's moving forward. Like there's no going back. So I don't feel like you guys are gonna cross paths again. But I do feel like they were meant to show you something. So we have the fire. We have the Five of Pentacles. And I feel like, all right. So the Wheel of Fortune, things moving forward, whatever, regardless, say people moving on. The Five of Pentacles is being left out in the dark, or being left out in the cold, or just being forgotten. And I feel like that's more so, it's going to be your energy. And it's not out of them being malicious or nothing like that. It's simplified that they moved on. And it wasn't for you two to come back together. It was just, they would, there to teach you something. What it was. Yeah. The world. So something definitely was closed out. Because the world is the last major arcana. And it's closing out a chapter for good, leaving something behind. So yeah, that the meeting between you two was some type of closure, whether if it was closure or not. Like it to me, I don't feel like it presented itself as closure, but energetically wise, it did present itself as closure. So we have the shadow side, which is the devil's card. All right, so you have three major arcanas. So all right, so the shadow side is you have to let go. There's something that you have to let go. With them, I feel like it could be something like with comfortability or something that you're used to. So it's like saying go with the devil that you know versus the devil that you don't know. So that's like the type of energy I'm getting. It's like you rather work things out with them because you know how they operate, you know how their energy is. Like you don't want nothing new, confusing, or just be in a place where it's full of unknown. But I'm getting like this is supposed to force you out your comfort zone in a way. So we have the Nine of Swords, right? Confusion, stress, and yes, pretty much. So it's that same person, different font, right? But I do feel like somebody is coming in for you. Like it was to show, like they want to show you not to settle, not to hold on to things that, like I said, keep you in your comfort zone. Like a lot of people don't want to do the healing, don't want to do the shadow work because it forces them out the comfort zone. It forces them to look at how they operated. So for some, for example, if you were the type of person that thrived in, I would say, toxic environments, right? Toxic friendship, toxic relationships, stuff like that. But at the same time, you're tired of that cycle again. So the universe is going to force you out, right? So you're being forced out of that cycle where you got so used to being in that energetic frequency that you learn how to operate with people within that frequency. You're not. You're elevated. Whether you feel like you're elevated or not, you're elevated. And that's why all this is coming out. So what I feel like what the trigger is gonna be is you're gonna see something like, for instance, like they did something with somebody that you wanted them to do with you, and they didn't, so that's gonna trigger something. But I, like I said, I do feel like somebody's coming for you. We got the Six of Cups with the Ten of Cups. Yeah. So you have the Six Cups, Ten of Cups. It's giving me soulmate vibes. Yes. And it's giving me soulmate vibes. New person that's coming in. It's giving me soulmate. You know what it is? I'm very honest. I could be brutally honest. But if I will try to put the words in, articulate my words in a nice way because spirit does tend to talk very harshly. And sometimes I don't want people to be like, she mean as shit. Like, I am mean. I am very mean as shit. But like in readings and like that, I don't wanna say because sometimes I forget to pick the words. But yeah, the person is definitely coming in. Yeah. So like you said, he chose somebody else. Yes, and you're gonna be triggered by him. Basically, whatever you was begging for, like the dates, the flowers, he's gonna do it for the next person, and then it's gonna hit you because you're gonna be like, "Was I good enough? Was I wasn't good enough?" He wasn't just the right person. It was showing you that you pretty much settled. You settled. You kind of settled down for that type of energy, that type of person. And we're not in that settlement energy no more. We're not. Six of Cups, Ten of Cups. Your soulmate's coming in. This is somebody who you shared a few lifetimes with once upon a time. Um, I would say three or four lifetimes together. So it's like very very new, very very new energy. Mm-hmm. Well, let me do these first. All right. So look, we have Karma and Eight of Cups. Right. Ooh. So we have Karma and Eight of Cups. You pretty much paid off karmic debt by no longer accepted less than, so you decide to walk away, right? Now you walk into somebody who's Six of Pentacles, somebody who's very giving, very receptive. So they will pour into you and you pour into them, right? And then the bottom of the deck is Ace of Cups. So there's definitely true love coming in. Like I said, they're gonna pour into you, you're gonna pour into them. Yes, the next one would definitely be good. I feel like you're in the beginning, you're not gonna know how to handle it. Yeah, look, it's worth waiting. Look, like I said, past life relationship. You guys have past life together. All right. So we have attractions. Yeah. So you're attracting this in already, right? You're attracting this in. Wedding, that means long term. It's definitely your divine partner, right? But here's what's really got me concerned because we have deception and reconciliation. I feel like not the one you asked about, but I feel like somebody from your past is gonna come back and pretty much apologize for how they treated you, and will try to um work their way back in with like the card here, deception, right? you're gonna have to rely on your intuition. I feel like this person has not changed as an individual. They have not grown. So just be aware of that. Yeah. So it could be him. He could be like, I wanna work things out, but he's still the same person that hasn't grown. You're growing. You're growing spiritually. And it takes a while for the physical to catch up, but you're growing spiritually. All right. I know somebody wanted after tea tree is Jong Fashion. Jong Fashion. Am I saying that right in here? You're welcome. John Fashion. Asked about yes, yes. Okay. Let me see. What was he asked about? Hello. Oh my god. Let me see. Why is Santos sweet to me? Just put your question back in here. Just keep scrolling up. I know it's something with Santos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget the notification bell. I do lives every Thursday, or I try to do every Thursday. Don't forget to like the live. Yes. That's not what I want to do. Okay, this is. Alright. John Fisher wants to know, why did Santos stop speaking to me, and will we speak again? Why did Santos stop speaking to me? Okay, hold on. Okay, so we have the devil and the five of wands. So does Santos have like a little boo thing on a like that you know about or don't know about, that you had an inkling about? Because I do feel like they stopped talking to you because of somebody. They got into an argument. The devil and the five of wands. Conflict, toxic attachment. So it could be somebody that's around them that's very, very toxic. But I'm getting like extremely territorial. So it could be like a woman that pretty much told them to stop speaking to you. Probably got an argument about you. Um, but I don't feel like they know about you, but I don't feel like they know about you know about them. Like, that's why I asked. Like, do you feel like they have like a little something on the side that you don't know about? Like, you felt it. Hello, but it's definitely an argument about like an argument occurred around you. Is what I'm getting. So yes, so the argument occurred around you. So they guys have been like, I want my cake and eat it too, but like, how can I put it? All right, so basically, the way that they were operating was like, yeah, they had a little some on the side, but they wanted you to be the main person, and then eventually leave the little something something on the side, because something something on the side was the main person. It's very 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 messy. But yeah, it was definitely an argument about you. Uh, yeah, very very. So I'm getting a lot of immature like energy, immature energy. So we have Page of Swords, right? Page of Wands, and then a Two of Swords. It's like they wanted best of both worlds. It's like you brought the fun, the adventure, and the other person brought the smarts. And so I'm not saying you're not smart, because everybody's smart in their own way, but she brought the deaf, you brought the inner child. The inner child will always win when it comes to like deep conversations and stuff like that, because the inner child is who you will constantly feed throughout your entire life, right? And he didn't know how to pick. With the Two Swords, he didn't know how to pick. He didn't know whether to go with the fun and the smarts, or the smarts and he didn't know what to pick. And I low key feel like the other person watches your social media. So like, especially Instagram, if it's not like your stories are not private, they definitely watch you on there. So you might have like weird numbers. Like you might check and be like 10 people saw your story, but then when you check it's like 9 people. Like, yeah, you being stalked. You being stalked. Yeah. Seven of Cups. This is definitely given. I have options. I have options. And instead of treating you like the main person, they treated you as an option. So what happened was your spiritual team stepped in. Because look, we have the Hangman and the Chariot in first. So basically, everything that was gonna happen with Santos was put on pause because he wasn't being truthful and stuff like that. So the Hangman in reverse is having you look at things in big picture, because now you're probably putting in holes. You're probably plugging in some holes, pieces, like certain things like he said wasn't adding up, or like it's coming now because you're being more um tuned in, right? Mm, I'm also getting you kind of had like low key rose tinted glasses, not full blown rose tinted glasses, but they were getting there. This is because he's like a smooth talker. He's a very very smooth talker, like very charismatic, very smooth. He could pretty much talk panties off of everything. I'm sorry to say it, but he could talk panties off of everything. Yeah. Let's see what else. Honestly, girl, you dodged the bullet. Because look, I can pick this card up. So we have Two of Wands, right? Two of Wands, you literally have the decision in your hand. You could continue and mess with Santos because I'm never going to tell nobody how to live their lives. Sometimes people just got to learn their lessons. So you can have a decision. You go sit there and wait for Santos doing whatever you want to do, never fully trusting, or you can wait for or decide to have somebody come in. The King of Cups with the Six of Wands. So if you decide against Santos and the energy he brings, hi Kira, you're gonna get somebody who not only is gonna successfully pursue you, but they're gonna do it in a way that you won't have to guess if anybody else is around, or you won't feel like unsure. Like you will be 100% um in it, but trust. Look, you got chemistry. Let's see what else. Chemistry. Keep an open mind because this person might not be what you technically go for in paper. So you might go for, let's say, caramel looking. They might be something totally different. They might have long hair. You might go for somebody who likes got buzz cuts and stuff like that. So be open minded. Flirt. They're gonna be very flirty. Okay, one more card. We have let go control issues. So let it happen the way it happens. So if I just feel like Santo's gonna just fall off the face of the earth, right? I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Let it happen. Don't try to get closure. Again, no closure is closure. Your person that's coming in is full of passion. I'm getting wine and dine. They're gonna sweep you off your feet. And look, and then it's safe for you to love. So they're gonna teach you how to trust them, but at the same time, they're never gonna make you question or answer or think that otherwise. So I don't really feel like Santos is gonna hit you back up. And if he does, it's gonna be out of like ego and validation, trying to figure out, do I still have her around? Like that. Go for the new one because the new one is you have to put your question in, Fatima. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. You're welcome. Don't forget to like the live, share if you want to. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm live every Thursday for the most part at 8 p.m. Just shuffle these. Alright. Fatima wants to know, does Hassan have a crush on you? Alright, ancestors. Fatima wants to know, does Hassan have a crush on her? Yes, this is. All right. So the first card that fell out was the Star with the Nine of Cups. So this is you more so like wishing and hoping. I don't know why that song came in my head. Wishing and hoping, right? That you he actually does have a crush on you, and it's because you want that energy to be reciprocated because you have a crush on him too. Obviously, you want to make things work with him, want to grow with him, and stuff like that. Um, we have the world here. So spirit and spirit and how can I put it? The spirit and the ancestors are back in this connection, but there's a but though. There's a but, there's a if, but I feel like there's a but, right, when it comes to him. And I feel like it's because he's not ready yet. Yeah. Tower. Yeah, he's not ready yet. You, by all means, you're ready to be in a relationship, ready to settle down. He's not. He's, for some reason, he's still shopping. And okay. And I low key feel like the people, the women that Husan is interested in, it's kind of like a reflection of you. So like, it's like he will find women that have similar personality as you, similar humor, might even look like you a little bit. So it's like the universe is giving him signs and warnings and this, but it's like he's not picking up what they putting down. So the tower here is like, yeah, he's not ready, so we're gonna force him to be ready. And that could be them just simply sending you somebody who's temporary to like force him to be like, hey, remember that girl you like? Yeah, so we sent to somebody because you taking too long. So now you have to feel what it looks like to watch her be pampered and dolled on and taken care of because you taking too long. So that's what's gonna happen with this tower card. Somebody's definitely gonna come in um for you so they could trigger him. But I also feel like it's gonna teach you how you want to be treated in a relationship. So like they might buy you flowers all the time. They might tell you how much they adore you. Um, they might feel like love bombing in the beginning, but it's not. What I'm getting is that the person that's doing it knows their how can I put it? They know that your connection is temporary. They have insight, they have downloads and stuff. They know it's temporary. And they know their part in that whole connection is to like force him to step up. And if he doesn't step up, still, which I could be honest, I feel like he really won't step up. He might do a little bit, but it's not gonna go anywhere far. You're still gonna have somebody that's willing to give you everything. Let's see what else. Yeah, look. So after the tower, we have Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, well, in this deck is like being strategic, right? So then we have the Five of Wands. It talks about conflict. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which and we talk about walking away. So with those three together, it just shows me that even with this temporary person that comes in, that is pretty much going to show Busan that they are going to lose you. This still tells me that they're not going to step up. They're going to plan to step up, strategize, but they're still going to be conflicted within themselves. Because it's like, is there somebody better? Not saying that you're not going to meet their standards because you overqualify, is what I'm getting. But they're going to fumble you. And they're going to walk away. You're going to have somebody new come in. Let's see here. Yeah, so this new person that comes in, uh, that's gonna want to stay and step up long term wedding, right? We have, is it safe for you to love? It is safe for you to love. So they're gonna take you out of survival mode when it comes to your emotions and just relax your nervous system. Let's see what else. Very soon. So by like mid July, the not the temporary person, because temporary person is gonna be gone by June. So it's like an early summer fling, right? But the permanent person, if Husan doesn't step up, is coming in mid July, and they're gonna give you everything. Look, we have romantic feelings on the bottom. Express your love. They're gonna be very expressive when it comes to their feelings. Extremely attracted to you. You're like bringing this in, right? So I feel like if you wanna wait to see if Hassan steps up, that's up to you. Because I feel like regardless if you wait or not, this person's still gonna come in. Um, but I don't feel like Hussein's gonna act on his crush. I do not feel like he's gonna express himself. I do not feel like he's gonna step up to be who you need to be for him to be. So just don't think it's you because it's him. He doesn't want to step up. All right. So after Fatima was who? Um, why wouldn't he? Because he's scared. Hi, Kira. It's because he's scared. But don't worry because we're getting like in the beginning of my life, I did like a collective read. I did on Divine Masculine. We're getting a new batch of Divine Masculines in the dating pool. So we're not scraping the bottom of the barrel no more. Hell no. I feel like he's been hurt before, and that's the reason why he wouldn't. Because it's like, how can I put it? It's like, I know I can have her. I know I could do all this, but what if we don't last, then I get hurt and I'm back to square one. So it's like out of fear. It's like they rather deal with easy people or easy energy. That's easy energy. All right, Kira, what's your question? Okay, feelings of okay. Kira wants to know what is the current feelings of her partner. All right. Oh, so we have the tower out the first card out. Um, man's just going through it. I feel like it's more internal than an external, and he's very, very like trying to be like stone cold. Like he's trying to hide it, but it's like the more he hides it, the more it's shown on his face. Like low key, your partner feels like he's grasping at straws. Like eternally, everything on inside is losing control. He can't hold on to nothing. Well, it's funny because on the surface, he looks very, very calm. Yeah. We have two of cups with the justice here. Two of cups. Yeah. I was about to say he's like questioning the. He's like questioning the connection. Uh, it's like, was I right or wrong in the fight? He feels like he was wrong, but honestly, he feels like he was wrong, but he was low key right. He was low key right. I mean, you was also right, but he was also right. But he feels like he was wrong, and it could just be simply as um, the words he decided to use during the fight. So it could be something that he really didn't mean to say, but it said it anyways, and because it was just the heat of the moment. But I do feel like that fight was needed to push everything through. Like, what I mean by the fight was needed to push everything through. So, for instance, it was supposed to happen now rather than later, meaning that it's gonna show you the cracks early on, right? So, for instance, let's say you guys only been dating for like 4, 5, 6 months. I would say 6 months the max, because that's what the energy is getting, like 4, 5, 6 around there. And if you would have went another 6 months without this fight, it would definitely be the end of you two. Because the fight would have come with 3 months ago. Okay. So relatively new. 4, 5, yeah, relatively new. In January. Yeah, like 4 or 5. Yeah, relatively new. But if you guys would have had this fight, let's say 6 months later, it would have been with resentment and a little bit like hatred within it. So this fight was well needed. But he's definitely going through it. So don't think he's not. He's definitely going through it. It's like I keep getting like flash of seriousness mixed with worry, then back to serious, and then like it's like I said, it's all over the place in her. But this was definitely to get rid of a karmic debt that was within you guys soul contract. So we have the Six of Swords. I'll say Six of Cups. Six of Swords with the Ace of Swords, right? Honestly, truthfully, in order for this fight to resolve, your guys are gonna have to come to terms and be truthful with what happened. No deflecting, because I feel like he will try to deflect. No deflecting, nothing like that. And just be honest, like, where do you want this connection to go after this fight? Do you still want to try to work it out? Why is Because look, we have. Honestly, you can. Because look, we have the Six of Swords with the Ace of Swords. Peace will only come once the truth is there. So no more deflecting, no more trying to, you know, hide behind deflection. Right? You're the Queen of Cups. Like, yes, even though you may have said some harsh stuff, and that's only because you're not very nice when you argue, which is all right because I got a reckless ass mouth too, so I get it. And sometimes in arguments, they may say something that triggers you. So in order for you to get back at them, you say something more hurtful. But that's all right. It happens. Like it's a learning curve for you. Like I said, it's a learning curve for you guys. Um, we have the Hangman and Chariot. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to like I said, be honest, be accountable for things to move forward. Like look at besides you taking accountability for your own actions and how things happen. Um, look at the bigger picture. Like for instance, you could be like, I shouldn't have acted like that. My delivery was off. My wording was off. Like it was a heat of the moment and stuff like. Be honest. Be extremely honest. Yes, and then he's gonna have to take his accountability at that side too. And with the hangman and the cherry here, and the reason why the hangman came out is because he won't look at the bigger picture. He won't take accountability. He won't apologize unless it's truthful. If you come out like owning it and like in only way for this to move forward, if he owns it, then yes, that's what the chariot's here for. So we have the Nine of Swords. So he's definitely stressed out, but he's also stressed out because he doesn't feel like he's doing enough. You could have probably hit his ego, bruised his ego. Something about what's that word called? Emasculization or demasculization? I don't know, but something hit like his masculine energy. So he's right now in the am I even worthy enough for this relationship? Am I like good enough? So it could be like something like he's forgetting. Like he could be forgetting simple things, like little things that add up after a while. Let's see what else. So we have the Seven of Cups. Um, the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Lovers. I feel like right now, I feel like it's gonna be silence for a couple of days, right? Because he's trying to figure out how to make things better. And I honestly feel like it's both of you trying to make things better. But I feel like he's gonna come in first, and things are gonna get good. Because look, we have the Lovers here. You guys are soulmates, yes, but it's not like the smooth, like nothing's gonna be hard type soulmates. Because there are some people like that. They just get together and then don't ever argue and stuff. But what's happening is like you're forcing him to be more in his masculine energy, right? So it could be like hey, can you pay for this? And it could be like something small, nails. Well, I don't know. Nails are expensive nowadays. Nails, toes, like something very very small, and you want him to step up more, like just stepping up more in general. But I do feel like you guys are gonna work it out. But it's gonna be a lot for him because he's not used to taking accountability. Let go control issues. That's more for him. Is he like a Virgo or have like Virgo and within his main six? Because it's giving very much Virgo energy. Like he wants to control how everything goes. Oh my god. I want to say oh my god like that because I'm an Aries too, and I'm just like I cannot date Aries men. I can't. As an Aries woman, I can't date Aries men. I don't know. It's very girl, you in for a ride. Because I I was in an Aries woman and I dated a Cancer man. And boy, was I in for a ride. You're in for a ride too. You're in for a ride too because yeah, he's gonna trigger you a lot. He's gonna trigger you a lot. I'm sorry to say, yeah, you're gonna be triggered a lot. And cancers do say some mean ass shit when they mad. So yeah, and Aries, we try to control things, especially like outcomes and stuff. So he's gonna try to he's gonna try to control the outcome. So be aware of that. But just on your end, just let things flow the way it needs to flow. And another thing, yeah, you definitely hit um masculine energy, right? Um, let me get one more card. Okay. All right, you definitely hit him in the masculine energy. That's why he's acting like that too, because it's crazy out here. Let me see. So we have stay optimistic about your love life. Just be positive about it. I feel like it's gonna turn around. Um, Aries, we're not very much into that emotional stuff, so it's gonna be a while for him to come around emotionally. But I feel like he will. I feel like he will because look, yeah, we have pay attention to red flags. Um, Pay attention to red flags. So if you need more emotional reassurance, let him know, but let him know in a gentle way because the best way I could put it, think of Aries like toddlers. You tell a toddler no. If you tell a toddler no, they're gonna throw a whole tantrum. But if you depends on how you tell the toddler no, they won't throw a tantrum. So with Aries, we're like that too. Things are gonna it's gonna fix up because look, we have it's safe for you to love, right? Then we have give your relationship a chance, and then we have children. So it's safe for you to love. Your relationship is gonna get a second chance, and you're gonna learn how to operate. But you're gonna learn how to talk to him, right? And then children here, your spirit babies, they want you guys together because, um, and honestly, Aries, fire signs and water signs fire signs and water signs together calm each other down. It's just you guys also know how we also know how to soak that energy, right? So with Aries, this is just Aries in general. Just speak to us gently, not talk to us like we're slow. Don't like be harsh about it because we're a very combative sign, right? So if you come at us in a combative energy, we're gonna come back and put combative energy, and it's not gonna go well. And if you speak to us like we're slow, we're gonna feel some type of way. So just be aware of your tone. Just be like, hey, you know, I didn't really like appreciate that you did that. Like you gotta be gentle talk to him. Especially you gotta figure out what's his moon and rising sign. Yeah. Because I can tell you right now, as an Aries woman, if you talk to me in a certain tone, I'm gonna want to fight you because why are you talking like that? But definitely do that. If you figure out his moon sign, which I feel like his moon signs, it could be a water sign, but figure out his moon sign and his rising sign because what's gonna happen is when you find out his moon sign, it's gonna help you better with the emotional aspect of him because our moon signs are emotional, how we deal with our emotions and stuff like that. So, for instance, for me, I'm an Aries sun. I have the characteristics and stuff like that as Aries, but my moon sign is an Aquarius. I deal with emotions internally. Like I won't feel them until like afterwards. Like I get delayed reactions, and then I have to before I decide to feel my emotions, I have to rationalize and pretty much how so it rationalize and make my emotions logical before I can feel them. But then I'm also a rising in Scorpio, so that's fun as well. So a lot of people like to knock that astrology isn't nothing, but if you take astrology and you find out somebody's moon sign, and you figure out how to communicate to them during their mood sign, everything is going to be good. So you have that fire energy. So that's what complements everything as his sun sign and your rising. But definitely find out the moon, because you as a Gemini moon, you value deep and intellectual conversations. And sometimes you could be on one side of the spectrum versus the other side of the spectrum when it comes to your emotions, right? So definitely figure out his moon sign and work from there, and then figure out his rising, and then what does he have in Mercury? Because my Mercury is in Taurus. I tend to be very uh, to the point in having a conversation, but then my Mars is in. I think my Mars is in Aquarius. So how I deal with conflict is out there. But definitely look into his Mercury. I mean, his Mercury. Yeah, his Mercury, which is communication style. Yeah. And Mercury is. Oh, look at his Venus too. Because Venus helps you out. I'm Pisces Venus, and I'm very, very lovey dovey. And I low key hate that shit because I'm just like, yo, my top three is all thugs. And. So definitely working at people don't understand, like, learning the top three, how they deal in conflict, which is Mars, how they deal in communication style, which is Mercury. You will find out everybody there is. I'm gonna be getting off live, Vita. I usually stay in 2 hours, and it's 10. I'll be back on, let's say, the first next week on Thursday, 8 o'clock. The 8th, yes. Um, 8 o'clock, same time. Just like, share, subscribe, get the notification so you know I'll be on. I answer the questions then, all questions there. I would probably do the same format, collective reading and personal questions. But yeah, definitely do that. I feel like you guys will work out. Just treat Aries like a towel, like a tower. We are the first of the zodiac, so you guys got this. And thank you for coming to my live. Thank you for allowing me to read you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And see you next week.